Today, we are looking at the buzz around cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and Web 3.0. Some call it a digital revolution, while others see it as the biggest hype or scam in history. The conversation exploded when an NFT by digital artist Beeple sold for $69.3 million. Celebrities and influencers jumped on the bandwagon, showing off their digital art NFTs, bought with cryptocurrency, fueling a frenzy of buying and selling. But how it all started? It all started in 2008, where the world was facing a big financial crisis. During this time, people saw their savings shrink and lost trust in banks and the government's ability to manage money. Amid all this, a person using the name Satoshi Nakamoto was busy with a secret project. On October 31st, Nakamoto sent out an email to a group of computer experts, sharing details about a new kind of money system that didn't need banks or any middleman. This system was called Bitcoin. Bitcoin was a digital currency, meaning it only existed online. It was designed to be free from government control, allowing anyone in the world to use it without restrictions on time or place. Nakamoto's idea appealed to people who didn't trust traditional banks and government money management, including groups who were against state control, like anarchists and libertarians. These early supporters of Bitcoin believed in spreading the word to get more people to use it. They saw Bitcoin not just as money, but as a movement. Nakamoto, though a mystery figure, was looked up to like a leader who shared a vision of a new kind of financial freedom through online forums. In simple terms, Bitcoin started during a tough time financially, offering a new way for people to think about and use money without the need for banks or governments. This idea quickly caught the attention of people who wanted a change in how money worked. Back in 2008, when Bitcoin was created, it offered a fresh idea. Imagine a world without the traditional dollar. Instead, all purchases would be made with Bitcoin, a currency that wasn't controlled by any government or central authority. The people who first got excited about Bitcoin felt they were part of a big change. As more people got interested and started buying Bitcoin, its value went up. This meant that those who were investing real money into Bitcoin saw their investments grow. But then, Bitcoin began to attract attention from unexpected quarters, the mainstream financial world, or the guys in suits, as some might say. These people, including big investors, saw Bitcoin not just as a bold idea, but also as a chance to make money. A famous example of early big investors in Bitcoin are the Winklevoss twins. These twins, who had previously sued Mark Zuckerberg over the creation of Facebook and won a huge settlement, discovered Bitcoin during a vacation. They began buying lots of it, and by 2013, it was rumored they owned about 1% of all Bitcoins available. This shift signaled a warning to some. Critics of Bitcoin argue that it was never going to work out as planned. They point out that depending entirely on computer technology and the vision of a few tech enthusiasts might not be the safest bet for entirely rethinking money. Bitcoin also has a limit. Only 21 million coins can ever exist. This scarcity means its value could keep increasing, making people see Bitcoin more as an investment to hold onto for profit rather than as money to spend. Bitcoin was introduced with the big dream of replacing traditional money and becoming a global currency that anyone could use without government control. However, it faced some big challenges. For starters, Bitcoin wasn't very efficient at handling transactions. It could only manage 7 transactions per second, which is tiny compared to systems like Visa or MasterCard that can handle thousands in the same time. This slow speed was because of the way Bitcoin was designed by its creator, Satoshi Nakamoto. Another big issue was the amount of energy Bitcoin needed. To keep the Bitcoin network secure and running, it used a system called proof of work. This meant computers had to solve complex math problems to earn Bitcoin, a process known as mining. But this process required a lot of electricity, leading to concerns about its environmental impact. As computers competed to solve these problems faster, they consumed even more energy, but the speed of transactions didn't get any better. Despite these problems, Bitcoin has not disappeared. Instead, it has changed. Most Bitcoin trading now happens through online platforms that follow government rules, which is a bit ironic since Bitcoin was supposed to be independent of governments. Today, Bitcoin is less about buying things and more about investment, with people hoping its value will go up. Even though Bitcoin hasn't become the global currency it aimed to be, it's still around, partly because it's seen differently now. Satoshi Nakamoto, the mysterious person or people who created Bitcoin, stopped being involved back in 2014. Bernie Madoff was a famous Wall Street figure who tricked many people with a type of scam called a Ponzi scheme. He promised his investors big returns on their money, but instead of investing it, he just put the money in a bank account. He paid old investors with the money new investors gave him. This went on for 17 years, involving about $64.8 billion. Eventually, the FBI caught him after he admitted his business was a scam. Madoff went to jail and died there in 2021. A Ponzi scheme works by promising people they will make a lot of money. The money from new investors is used to pay the earlier ones. This keeps going until there are no more new investors or people try to take their money out. And then the scheme collapses. Most people end up losing their money, except for a few early investors. When people talk about Bitcoin, they often say it's groundbreaking and could make you rich. Some see Bitcoin not just as an investment, but as the future of money. However, most people buy Bitcoin hoping its value will go up, not to use it as currency. This creates a contradiction because the more people treat Bitcoin as an investment, the less effective it becomes as a currency. This situation is a bit like a Ponzi scheme because the only way to profit from Bitcoin is if new people keep buying it at higher prices. But unlike Madoff's scheme, where he was caught and punished, Bitcoin operates without a central figure or authority, making it a decentralized system. This means there's no single person to blame if things go wrong, leading some to call it a decentralized Ponzi scheme. Ponzi schemes need a constant stream of new people bringing in money to survive. A similar trend is happening in the world of cryptocurrencies. There's this big push to find groundbreaking uses for them to keep justifying their increasing prices. Bitcoin was the first to start this trend, but what made it special was its blockchain technology. Let's keep it simple. Think of Bitcoin as a digital notebook that keeps track of all the transactions made with it. Users are identified not by their real names, but by unique codes called wallet addresses. This whole system is secured through complex math and a network of computers doing the work, which is why it's called cryptocurrency. Inspired by Bitcoin's success, people began creating their own digital currencies using this technology, each trying to find its unique place in the world. Have you guys heard about this new game, CryptoKitties? It's one of the first projects that really put NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, in the spotlight. Imagine a game where you collect, breed, and sell digital cats for cryptocurrency. Each of these cats is unique, living on the Ethereum blockchain, making them special digital items you can own. This game became super popular quickly, making $3 million in its first week and taking up a big chunk of Ethereum's network activity. People were buying these digital cats for lots of money, hoping to make a profit, just like they do with cryptocurrencies. But here's the thing, as more and more people joined the game, there were way more CryptoKitties than people wanted to buy, causing prices to drop and interest to wane. Despite this, the idea of owning unique digital items caught on. This led to a new way for digital artists to sell their work. Digital artist Michael Winkelmann, also known as Beeple, started a project in 2007 where he made a piece of art every single day. This project, called Everydays, went on for over 12 years. In October 2020, Beeple learned about NFTs, non-fungible tokens, from an artist named Pak. A few months later, Beeple sold a collage of his first 5,000 daily artworks as one NFT for $69.3 million, making headlines and becoming one of the biggest digital art sales ever. The buyer was Vignesh Sundaresan, also known as Metakovan, a crypto entrepreneur who had recently started a crypto investment firm called MetaPurse. Before this big purchase, Metakovan and his partner had already bought other NFTs from Beeple for $2.2 million. They saw these purchases as part of a larger plan to change the art world. Their big project was the B-Tamwi token, which allowed people to own a share of a virtual museum displaying Beeple's art. Owning a B-Tamwi token meant you had a piece of this digital museum. However, Metakovan and his partner owned the majority of these tokens, and Beeple got a small share too. After the $69 million sale, the B20 token's value soared as people became more curious about Metakovan. However, some criticized the sale as a stunt to boost the B20 token's value. Despite the hype, the virtual museum didn't meet expectations, and the value of the B20 token has since dropped significantly. This situation highlighted how NFTs became a trend, with people creating and trading digital items like internet memes. It showed how NFTs, tied to cryptocurrencies and blockchain, became a new way for artists and investors to explore digital ownership in art. In January, Justin Bieber posted a picture of a digital art piece called Bored Ape 3001 to his huge following, saying he bought it for $1.3 million. People thought Justin bought it himself, but some digging showed the money came from his business partner Giampiero de Alessandro. This raised questions about whether Justin was paid to promote digital art without saying so, which isn't transparent. The story gets deeper with MoonPay, a company that helps celebrities buy digital art, called NFTs. MoonPay's CEO, Ivan Soto Wright, is known in the digital art world and might benefit from knowing when celebrities will buy NFTs, as their purchases can increase the value of these digital items. David Gerard, a critic, argues that NFTs promise artists big money, but in reality, most won't see significant profits. The issue is, when you buy an NFT, you're often just buying a link to an image, not the image file itself. This makes the idea of owning the digital art a bit misleading. In the world of crypto and NFTs, there's a culture of promoting projects as revolutionary, with everyone hoping to sell their investments at a high price. This culture encourages people to invest more money, often ignoring criticism. Phrases like "hodl," hold on for dear life, and "wag me, we're all gonna make it," are used to keep spirits high and maintain investment despite risks. Recently, there's been a shift to Web3, promising a new version of the internet where users have more control thanks to blockchain technology. But skeptics argue many proposals for blockchain use don't solve real problems and might not need blockchain at all. Critics like Nicholas Weaver suggest that if someone says blockchain can solve a problem, they probably don't understand the problem. Comparisons to the early internet are common, but after 13 years, clear and widely adopted use cases for blockchain outside of speculation are still rare. Some see crypto as their last chance for wealth, highlighting the desperation and hope driving much of the investment in this space. Critics warn this could lead to a financial disaster for many, questioning when the bubble might burst. But let's quickly talk about why some people are skeptical about cryptocurrencies and NFTs. First, when celebs like Justin Bieber show off their NFTs, it's not always clear if they're genuinely interested or just promoting them for money. Then, there's the problem of insiders possibly using their knowledge to profit from these celeb endorsements. Although NFTs are pitched as a golden opportunity for artists, in reality, only a handful make big money. Also, buying an NFT often means you're just getting a link to an image, not the actual image. The crypto world encourages holding onto your investments with catchy phrases, even if it's risky. Despite years of development, real-world uses for crypto and blockchain are still limited. Venture capital firms quickly profit from the hype, sometimes at the expense of regular investors. And the big dreams of Web3 haven't quite lived up to the hype yet. So, it's important to be cautious and do your research before diving into these investments. Thanks for watching this detailed video. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe to stay in the loop with more content like this.